Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'm just going to show you a quick video on colors. Basically, if you have the right colors, any design or any card will look fantastic. These are the colors that I found have given me great results, and I'll show you here. See how this is an embossed resist background, and I just did a wet wash and I added it, dropped in the colors, and I think they look fantastic together. Now this one's a little different. I did it on a vellum card base, and what I did was I blended the colors in, and afterwards when it dried I went back in with the without mixing it with water, just picking up the color and adding it in certain sections to give it that stained glass look. I absolutely adore this background. This is by Hero Arts. It's an older background stamp. It's a red rubber cling stamp. I don't know if it's red rubber or cling, whatever. I say both. It's right here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. It's called the Garden Tile background, and I'll have it linked below. But it's an older stamp, so it's hard to find. I found it on Amazon, but I absolutely adore this stamp, and it's so versatile. And let me show you. Okay, off screen, I heat embossed some backgrounds, and I used Tim Holtz watercolor paper because it's nice and bright, and I used the smooth side just to save time. So I'm going to first show you the garden tile background and the colors that I chose. These are my silver brushes in a size 12 and 8. I'm going to put these in my little water there. I use one lipstick, Right Persimmon, Fossilized Amber. Now the green, I go in rainbow order. This is like my red, but it's like a pink. My greens, I mixed the two together because when this dries back, it dries back really light. So I mix in a little bit of this to give me the green I'm looking for. I don't want it quite this green, but darker than this. So anyway, mix those two, and then I go peacock feathers and tumbled glass. All right, so let's begin. What I do is I'm working on a glass mat. I just smush a little bit onto the mat. I have very limited workspace. I have a small craft room. I don't have a large working area. I have folded tables, and I work with what I got, and I'm going to be moving soon, so unfortunately I just set this room up and now I have to leave. So it is what it is. Okay, so that is why, like, I have very little workspace. All right, so like I said, I heat embossed using Wow embossing powder in clear, not white, in clear, on top of Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock, the smooth end. I'm just going to you don't need to tape this down to anything. It will bow up a little bit, but who cares? I just pre-wet it like that, and then take my smaller brush, just pick up a little worn lipstick, drop it in. It doesn't have to go edge to edge if you don't want it to. And then just drop in a little, what is this color? Right Persimmon. I should know these by heart by now. Some Fossilized Amber. For some reason, these just look so good together. They're not like your bright Distress inks, but I love the way they look together. Okay. And when you have the right colors, like I said, any project will look great. Colors is such an important part of making a card project look good. And then just a little bit. I don't know if I'm completely sold on the tumbled glass on the bottom, but I definitely like the peacock feathers. A lot of times I crop that off so you don't really see it. See, it's bowing up, but that's okay. I'm going to heat set this off camera, and then I'm going to show you what I do next. Okay, so I'm going to pause it because my heat embossing tool is on the other side of the room. Okay, now that I heat set this, you know what also is really nice about this background is that the raised edges and the embossing lines, it keeps some of that color more concentrated inside those areas. And look, you get that stained glass look. I tell you, this is the only background I've gotten this effect with. I have others, and I'll show you shortly, but this background has to be one of my all-time favorite backgrounds. I just adore it. Okay, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just, let me zoom in a little bit here so you can see better. There we go. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the one lipstick and just drop, let me hold it up. Just drop it in a couple areas. Just so, there's so many tiny little nooks and crannies in this background stamp that it really gives that really nice stained glass look. You know, and you can just pick and choose where you want the colors to be. See? You just go around, just drop it in, just drop it in. All right. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but these colors just, they just look so good together. All right, let me pick up a little bit more. One lipstick here. Little spot there, get a bigger one. And again, like I said, because it's the embossed background resist, it really contains the pigment in the areas well, very well. All right, so what do you think? That looks okay, right? Maybe one more little spot over there. Get this guy over here. And if you get it into another area, that's okay. Just drop it in. All right. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful, right? That's a great motto. Doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. All right, now the right persimmon is very strong. It's a very concentrated color. So, if you don't want it too dark, just add a little bit more water to it. And for some reason, the right persimmon tends to, I guess because it's a strong color, it tends to dry back on its own with that nice stained glass look. Okay. All right. And then I'm not going to bore you with the details, but you get the idea. You just drop in, this is fossilized amber. Just putting it in different areas. And then you just, again, with the two greens, I like to mix them because the two mixed together gives you a nice green, because otherwise the peeled paint alone dries back really light and you can barely see it. You can see parts of it where it's really light. It comes back like a light olive green. Okay, so then again, see how that looks? It looks really cool. I like the way that it just has that stained glass look. And there's so many techniques you can do with this. You can cut this out into letters. You can make a window. You can just use it as a regular background like I did here. I just added Hello Bluebird. This is a die set from them. And with the white and the black, it looks so pretty together. This is a vellum card base I made. And I just die cut the panel so you don't see the glue, but that's that. And then I added some clear droplets and some white. The white Nuvo drops tends to pick up, see that one drop right there, it's got a little bit of green and blue in it. It tends to pick up the color that's underneath with Distress Inks. And this is a Simon Says stamp background. Now this one, I didn't go back and add darker areas. I just washed it over and let it be. And I got a little bit of harsh lines there, but that's okay. It's very watercolored and organic looking. And I'm going to show you some other backgrounds. I used my favorite, or here's another Simon Says stamp, the Kaleidoscope. This one is also a great background for this stained glass look technique. So you can go back and add, see the smaller the little sections, the better of an effect it will give you for that, if you want to go for that look. I didn't take it out to the edges because I was going for a different look. This one is from My Favorite Things. It's Mesmerizing Mandala or Magical Mandala. I forget. I can look at it. It will be linked below. And one of them I didn't go to the edge. I kind of went to the shape of it. And this one I went edge to edge. And this one is from Simon Says Stamp also. I forgot the name of it. Oh, Cora, maybe? I don't know. I'll have it written in the description below. This is another nice background too. But it's not a full background. It's only a partial. It's like a mandala type looking thing. And here's another one from My Favorite Things. This is also good for that technique. I find the smaller the areas, the better it works. So this one from Simon works really good. But again, Hero Arts, this one is my all-time favorite. I just love it. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you the colors. I'll have them linked below. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found some useful tips, or if nothing else, at least another way to use your Distress Oxides to make really pretty panels. So colors are very important. You get a good color match, stick with it. All right, guys, have a great day and stay crafty, my friends.